Hi there, it's Amy Wiswell with Teaching with Mrs. Wiswell, and today I'm coming to you with a different kind of video. I'm going to be doing a Q&A. Basically, I opened up my platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and I have some questions that I've been asked that I haven't addressed, and I want to apologize for that. I really want to have more of an interaction with all of you. And I'm not great at responding to comments. I read all of them. It's just that I don't often have the time to respond when I read them, and then I forget until it's time or until I'm posting another video, and then I don't have the time. So I'm going to work on that. And I just want to thank you for coming to my little piece of the internet and hanging out. I hope that you find my videos interesting. I like to watch vlogs when I'm working in the background, and I hope that you do too. And so let's get started. The first question is, do I know what I'm teaching next year? Drum roll, please. I am teaching 3rd grade. I'm staying in 3rd grade. I'm staying in my district. So that's awesome. I'm very happy with that decision. I'm very happy to be at my school, and I'm on a continuing contract now. Well, I haven't signed it yet, but I will be getting one, supposedly. I've been a probationary teacher for the past 2 years in this district, so I'm looking forward to having that. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you before we jump into the questions? I guess that was the major question. We're state testing this week. We have 22 student days left. We're well into our ABC countdown, which is super fun. Today was dance day in addition to state testing, so that was a little bit, we did a lot of dancing in the afternoon. But no, we're doing great. So let's just jump right in. So the first question I have is, I'm going to be looking at my notes because I wrote down the questions because I didn't know if I'd be using my phone or my camera to film, so I just wrote them down. This one made me kind of laugh out loud. You appear so organized. How do you keep everything organized? Oh, this isn't the one that made me laugh. Well, it kind of made me laugh, but not like the next one. So, I thrive in an organized environment, so I just have to. It would just be chaos if not. Like, my mind just becomes chaos with visual clutter. So I plan and I reset daily. Now, don't get me wrong, like when I'm in the thick of it and I'm in the middle of teaching, my kidney table is a disaster, but I try to clean it every night so I don't walk into a disaster. So yeah, I just plan really well, and I try to clean up as I go. I encourage my kids to do the same. Like, before they leave in the afternoon, they have to pick up everything off the floor. Like, our custodian is not their maid. I'm very clear about that. And I find that the kids like to take ownership of the room. I have a couple friends that like to organize and clean up, so they're like my go-tos. Like, when the makerspace gets out of control and I'm like ready to toss it out the window, they'll organize it for me during choice time, which is pretty amazing. So that's great. Or what I'll do sometimes, like using makerspace as an example, is I will just I tend to throw things in makerspace if it doesn't have a home, and it becomes too much. Then the kids can't be as creative as they would like to be. So I just declutter it by throwing stuff away. Yeah. This is the one that made me laugh. Do you work 24/7, or do you have a good work-life balance? And my response to this was, did my husband ask this question? Because I do not currently have a good work-life balance. And I am totally going to fix that this summer and next school year. I am going to say that some of it is because I'm in grad school, so that takes up a lot of my time. So although I appear to be working, I'm actually working on grad school, but I do it at school because home is a huge distraction for me. Between the kids and the dogs and the TV and the bed, I find that I'm not as productive or committed to what I need to get done if I'm in that environment, because it feels like a relaxation place for me. And if I'm at school, I'm in like that mindset. So but I'm not taking any classes next fall. I'm taking a break. I'm not taking any classes this summer, so I'm going to be able to regroup. It's something I'm going to probably constantly work on, because I also love what I do, and I love creating new material and reinventing the wheel and coming up with fresh new ideas. Like, yeah, I could pull out a book and read from it and be blah, but I'd rather make a game to go with it or something like that. So it's just, I don't have to make a game for everything, and it's just finding that balance. So I'm working on it. So no, I do not. I know it appears that I work 24/7, and sometimes I do, but I'm going to work on it. Any advice for a first-year teacher? Well, first of all, congratulations. That's very exciting. I guess I could do a whole vlog on advice for a first-year teacher, and the good, the bad, the ugly, but I'm going to keep it short. And I would start collecting quality picture books, because you can use them at any grade level, because you may not know what grade level you're going to be teaching. But I've used the same picture books from kindergarten to 3rd grade, and I know that they go well beyond 3rd grade. Everybody loves a good picture book. So just picking out some quality literature. You can't go wrong with SEL books. They're really great at teaching a lesson and motivating students, and they're just a great starting point, and I might have a small addiction. If you know what you're teaching, and you know, like, next year you're going to be a 1st grade teacher, then this summer you could work on planning what and how you want your day to go, and by that I mean, like, plan every single detail, down to going to the bathroom for students, to getting a pencil, to picking books. Like, just try to plan how you want it to go. You know, watch some vlogs, read some PD, and just figure out what you think is going to work for you. Like, so for me, I do hand signals. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And 1 is bathroom, 2 is drink of water, 3 is help needed, and 5 is ready to learn. So I can say, give me 5. And then when they all give me 5, I know we're ready to move on. And it's very nice. So when I'm doing a small group, I see this go up. I can give eye contact and a nod, and I know they're going. They hit the light, and out the door they go. But it took me a while to perfect that. It doesn't always work. Sometimes they have to come up to my table and like go like, because I'm involved with what I'm doing. But for the most part, it works. And it helps cut down on that noise clutter. So like visual clutter is kind of a trigger for me. So isn't like excessive noise. So although I do have a pretty noisy classroom because we're usually working in groups and doing things, I try to keep our voice levels at a whisper. And if I ask for a whisper, then I might get a 2, and I can make peace with that. What is your favorite method for behavior management? I use a lot of different methods for behavior management, and I use them at various points in the school year because I find that they get bored or it loses its buy-in. And I could do a whole vlog on that. So I'm going to use my current favorite, which is working splendidly, and I was reluctant to do it because I didn't think I would be able to do the upkeep of it, but I have, and it's working great. And it's not really a classroom economy, and I can't remember where I got the idea from. I want to say Teach, Create, Motivate, but I might be lying. But basically what I do is I hand out Wiswell bucks in dollar denomination and $5 denominations. Like $5, they have to be doing something pretty epic. And then at the end of the day, they can turn those Wiswell bucks in. For 5 Wiswell bucks gets you a ticket into our raffle. And so they give me 5 Wiswell bucks. I write their name on a raffle ticket. It goes into the raffle. So they're not guaranteed a prize. And then I call 3 names every afternoon, and they get to pick from our secret prize box, which is just 9 drawers. And I feel like I've talked about this before, but maybe not. And they're blacked out with like construction paper so they can't see what's inside them. And they pick a drawer. And and they're different prizes than what's in my prize box, which is also another form of classroom management that I use for various things. Like for completing their homework, they get to pick from the prize box, or they could pick a ticket. So this, I don't know why the buy-in is so great. The prizes aren't that wonderful. They love it. And I give dollars for expected behaviors. Getting a right answer in math, or really, trying hard, or giving a great explanation of something. Just someone that wows me, I give them a Wiswell buck. And it has been great. We've been doing it since probably January, and it hasn't lost its value. So that's probably my go-to right now. I won't introduce the school year with that. That's something that I'm going to probably save. I might introduce it sooner next year than I did this year, but I won't start off the year with it. What is your favorite subject to teach? My favorite subject to teach is math, which is interesting because as a student, I hated math, and I struggled in math, and I almost didn't want to become a teacher because I didn't want to have to teach math. And now as a teacher, I love teaching math because it's very concrete. It's very easy to see who gets it and who doesn't. And then if they don't, it's usually easy to teach them another method so that it works for them. And I just really love teaching math. How do you prevent teacher burnout? So this is kind of like a loaded question. I wouldn't say that I experienced burnout this year. I had a very unique set of circumstances that presented in a way that mimicked burnout, but I wouldn't say that I was burnt out. I was just overwhelmed, and so I don't know how you prevent burnout. I haven't experienced it firsthand. I mean, I know that I've listened to on podcasts and what I've read about and what has been preached to me, but I think burnout is very specific for everybody else. Like what your breaking point is and what my breaking point are very different. I think being true to you and stopping when you're tired and not, pushing yourself to be perfect, and just recognizing that the to-do list is never going to be done. It's just never going to be done. I have just given up. I just write the to-do list and I just keep adding to it, and then I get sick of that page, so I rewrite the to-do list, and it's just forever growing. And that's okay. At some point I need to leave, and the to-do list will be there tomorrow. But I don't know what burnout, people have left the profession in droves because of burnout, because so much is added to a teacher's plate. I mean, that's reality. And so yeah, I can't really speak to burnout because I don't believe I've experienced it yet. Doesn't mean that I won't, and that my opinion might change. But I don't know how to prevent teacher burnout because I don't know what causes it for you. Favorite children's book. This one's really hard because I love so many children's books. I love Giraffes Can't Dance for the beginning of the school year or to teach growth mindset. I love Each Kindness. I read at the beginning of the year and we read at the end of the year for a literary essay. And it's great for teaching character traits and inference. And it's also just a great message of kindness and, you know, what you put out in the world. Yeah, I think I'll stop there because I could go on and on. I could go on and on. Do you enjoy the beginning of the year or the end of the year most? I like them both. But if I had to pick one, I would say the beginning of the school year because I just love fresh school supplies and excited faces and endless possibilities. And I love fall. My birthday is the beginning of the school year. So I would say the beginning of the school year. I am like pumped at the beginning of the school year. Not that I'm not pumped now, but the days are long in May and June. And I just feel like there's so much to do and not enough time to do it at the end of the year. And at the beginning of the year, at least I had the summer to kind of prepare for so much to do. So I'm going to go with the beginning of the year. How do you incorporate technology in your classroom? In particular, how do you use your iPad? Okay, so my district has one-to-one technology, which is awesome. In addition to my students' MacBooks, I have 10 iPads for student use. I am also issued an iPad in addition to my MacBook. And I use my iPad every day to I'm sorry, words are hard. To display project my slides that I teach from on my smartboard so that my computer's not tied up. And so that's how I use it. I post things on Google Classroom for students to access, but not as much as I should. I should do it more frequently. I tend to do it when we're doing like big projects, like when we were doing our research project or when we were doing our holidays around the world. I put links of things I wanted them to look at on Google Classroom. But I could be better at that. We use our laptops daily for math groups. There's always technology as one of the groups, and they either play 99 Math or Splash Learn. We also like to play GimKit or Kahoot and things like that. They use Epic, specifically the Read to Me feature for ELA centers, and we use Boom Cards for a variety of grammar and phonics activities during ELA, and I use it for math too. Boom Cards are a great resource. So that's how I use technology. I'd say I don't overuse it, but we use it a lot. We do typing.com in the morning for morning work a couple days a week. So yeah, I know that I'm lucky that I have all that technology and that we have one-to-one devices. I kind of can't imagine teaching without it. So there's that. What grades are your children in? So my son is currently in 8th grade, going into 9th grade, which means he's going into high school. I don't even know how that's possible. And my daughter is currently in 3rd grade in a different district and is headed into 4th grade. And she's doing testing this week too. So we're all testing. Ah! Another question was, are you staying in 3rd grade next year? And I already answered that. Yes, I am. What are your plans for summer? Well, I'm not teaching summer school. Nope. I need a break. And I've taught summer school the last 2 years, and I've loved it, and I've worked with some great people in the district and got to meet some new people and meet different kids. And I support summer school. I think it's important, especially for some students, you know, to prevent that summer slide, those ones that are right on the cusp, and, you know, that if they didn't go to school for 2 months, they would probably lose something, you know, any that we gained. So I do think that's great, and I'm sure there's wonderful teachers that would love the opportunity to teach it. It's just not going to be me this year. And my family and I are road tripping it to Georgia. In July, we're going to Lake Sinclair, and at the end of July, I'm having surgery on my Achilles tendon. And I'll be out the remainder of the summer. But I'll be hopefully healed enough to be back to school the end of August, prep days. Fingers crossed. So that's about all I have. I don't know if there were more questions posted after I pulled these, but I didn't write any more down, so I don't know what else to say. So that's about it. I'm going to post this video probably soon. It's going to be easy to edit, so I will get it up. I do have another quick video I'm going to hopefully film soon. I received a pretty awesome whiteboard from, I can't remember the name of the company. I should know that before I talk about it, but it is pretty awesome. It has like 4 writing surfaces. It goes up and down, and I'm going to show you all about it in the next video. But I'm just saying it because I'm looking at it and it's so pretty. And but for now, I'm gonna let you go. So remember, teaching is hard, but so are you. Have a great night. Bye.